Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into the world of scent. Specifically, a really highly acclaimed fragrance, Angel's Share by Kilian.
That's right.
And our mission really is to unpack what makes this liquid gold so celebrated. We want to draw out the essence of the experience it promises using the source material we've got.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is the name itself, Angel's Share.
Yeah.
It refers to that mysterious bit of liquor that evaporates from oak barrels while it's aging.
Oh, right.
So it hints at something precious, kind of elusive, almost divine, you could say.
Oh.
For perfumers, capturing something so intangible, so ethereal, well, that's often the ultimate goal. So right away, we're talking about more than just, a smell.
Right, it's bigger than that.
It's about connecting to an atmosphere, an experience, like the source suggests, something that feels both luxurious and, well, fleeting.
Okay, so let's dig into that core description then. The source portrays Angel's Share as literally bottling. Get this. A velvet night, a crackling fire, and a glass of aged cognac.
Wow, that's quite the image.
Isn't it? It's classed as warm, spicy, indulgent, and importantly, unisex. So when you hear that, what kind of experience does that description bring up? I mean, how do perfumers even start to bottle a velvet night?
Well, that's a great question because a scent absolutely can go beyond just fragrance to create a whole atmosphere.
Okay.
And when the source calls it liquid gold, that's not just, clever marketing.
Yeah.
It really speaks to the perceived value, the richness of this scent.
But how do they achieve that, the velvet night feel?
Perfumers often get that feeling, this sort of liquid gold vibe, through a mix of heavy resonant base notes, think amber, maybe oud.
Okay.
And they combine those with bright, almost sparkling top notes that give it kind of sheen, like gold itself.
Right, a contrast.
Exactly. It's about creating that impression of depth and opulence right from the first sniff.
Speaking of sniffing, let's journey through the actual notes that create this profile. Starting with that bold opening.
So top note.
Cognac essence. The source describes it as bold and boozy, like a splash of cognac. So this cognac essence, is that like an actual extract? Or more interpretive?
It's usually an accord.
An accord.
Yeah, basically a blend of different notes that are crafted together to smell like something specific. In this case, that rich, aged cognac.
Gotcha.
That initial burst, the top note, it's really designed to make an immediate impact, to grab your attention.
The first impression.
Exactly. It's the introduction to the whole story the fragrance is telling.
Okay, so after that initial boozy splash starts to mellow out a bit.
Yeah, it unveils the next layer.
We get the heart notes: cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak wood.
Right, and this is where the scent really starts to settle in and transform.
Okay.
The source describes this phase as a sweet, spicy blend that feels like dessert by candlelight. It shows this lovely, almost edible kind of evolution.
Dessert by candlelight, I like that.
Me too. The heart notes are really the core, the personality of the fragrance. It's what lingers the longest after those top notes fade.
And the specific notes: cinnamon, tonka bean.
Well, Tonka bean, for instance, brings this warm vanilla-like sweetness, but with hints of almond and spice. It complements the cinnamon and that dry woodiness of the oak just perfectly.
And then, as it evolves even more, lingering on the skin,
We get to the base notes.
praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. The dry down, the final stage, is described as creamy and woody pure elegance.
The foundation.
So if we put all these layers together...
The overall classification seems to be a rich, boozy gourmand with a warm, woody base.
Okay, gourmand. For listeners maybe less familiar, that means it evokes edible smells, right? Like desserts.
Exactly. Desserts, coffee, chocolate, things like that. Which brings up a really interesting point. How do these specific notes, from that initial cognac hit all the way down to the praline and sandalwood?
How do they blend so well?
Yeah, how do they combine so seamlessly to create something so distinct, so elegant? It really is a masterful blend.
How so?
Well, the perfumer has balanced those volatile top notes with the really persistent base notes. It ensures a smooth, harmonious transition, not just abrupt shifts.
Oh, okay.
And that allows that creamy, woody elegance to sort of anchor the whole boozy sweetness.
Makes sense. So let's talk about when this fragrance really shines. Our source is pretty clear on this.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cold weather masterpiece. We're talking fall and winter.
Right.
Apparently the cinnamon and cognac notes bloom in chilly air. I can definitely imagine the warmth of those notes feeling good when it's cold out.
Absolutely. Colder air actually helps slow down the evaporation of those heavier, warmer molecules.
Really?
Yeah, so it allows them to project better, reveal their full complexity. The source also mentions other good times to wear it,
Like,
evenings and date nights for more intimate settings, and particularly the holiday season.
oh, I can see that.
It notes it smells like spiced apple pie and luxury ideal for festive gatherings.
Spiced apple pie and luxury.
Yeah, it really highlights how the scent's character, with that inviting warmth and sweet depth, just perfectly fits with those cozy celebratory vibes.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The power of perception,
Ah, yes. What other people think.
especially what women think about angel share. One reviewer famously said, and I quote, "It smells like a sexy apple pie with a splash of bourbon."
That's quite a description.
Yeah.
Sexy apple pie.
Right. What do you think gives it that unique quality, that sort of edible yet seductive thing?
Well, I think it's probably a few things. That mix of sweet gourmand notes the praline, the vanilla with the boozy cognac and spicy cinnamon.
Yeah.
It creates something familiar, comforting, but also undeniably alluring. And the source mentions its powerful impact, too. It even claims Beyoncé reportedly wears it.
No kidding. Beyonce.
That's the claim. Fans apparently call it seductive, powerful, and unforgettable. It really underlines its potential, for personal branding, or
Yeah.
just making a very strong, memorable statement with your scent.
Definitely. And there's another comment I found interesting from a woman who initially thought
What's that?
she thought it would be too masculine for her, but then she tried it and found it was sweet, warm, and, well, it totally defied her expectations.
Ah, interesting. So it crosses those lines.
Exactly. The source basically concludes it's a compliment magnet and a conversation starter.
A compliment magnet.
Yeah, so how does a fragrance manage that? Defy expectations, become this universal compliment magnet, but still stay so distinctive.
It is quite a feat, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think part of that appeal might come from its clever blend. It takes traditionally masculine notes, like the oak wood and cognac,
Mm-hmm.
and mixes them with those really sweet, warm, gourmand notes.
Mm-hmm.
It challenges the usual gender associations in perfume.
So it offers something different.
Right. Something rich and comforting, but still with this air of refined luxury. That unexpected balance, I think that's what makes it so appealing across the board and, like the source says, a real conversation starter.
Oh, wait, let's touch on the practical side for a second. Performance.
Right. How long does it last? How far does it reach?
Exactly. The source mentions impressive longevity, 8-10 hours,
That's pretty good.
with strong projection for the first few hours. So longevity is how long it lasts on your skin, for anyone wondering.
And its sillage, that's the scent trail you leave behind, is described as bold but refined, perfect for making an impression,
Bold but refined.
which brings us to its uniqueness. It's called a standout in the gourmand niche, and yet it has mass appeal, loved by both men and women.
So that raises a question, doesn't it? How does a fragrance manage to be both bold and refined and appeal so broadly while still being unique?
It's about controlled power, I think. It projects well, it makes an impression, but without being, overwhelming.
While shouting at you.
Exactly. It creates more of an inviting aura. Its uniqueness comes from taking those familiar gourmand elements,
Yeah.
but elevating them with that sophisticated cognac and woody backbone.
Making it different from your standard sweet scent.
Precisely.
Okay, so the source gives it a pretty high rating overall, 9.410,
Very high.
and it concludes with this. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you want to smell like luxury, this is it.
That sums it up well. And if we
Yeah.
kind of zoom out for a second,
Yeah.
this whole review for Angel Share really suggests that fragrance can be so much more than just, a nice smell.
How so?
It can be a really intentional choice, a way to project a specific image or evoke a really powerful feeling. It's like an extension of your identity.
An accessory that speaks without words.
Exactly. Carefully chosen.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? Maybe consider how a fragrance like Angel's Share, one that apparently whispers indulgence and roars sophistication, how something like that might fit into your own self-expression. Maybe it is about choosing to smell like, well, success, seduction, and a little bit of rebellion, as the source hints.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. What kind of statement do you